How's it going, guys? Andy here again, and welcome back to another video. I'm in the potting shed once again today, and I thought I would share with you a new houseplant I've just received. This beauty here is an Aspidistra. Bit of a mouthful to say, but it's a nice looking foliage plant. They can grow quite large as well, which I like about these plants, and they're pretty much indestructible, which is also a very good trait for a houseplant, especially if you're not that confident growing them. If you're new to growing houseplants, this is a great one to go for. Its nickname is the cast iron plant because it is virtually indestructible. It will tolerate an awful lot of different conditions. It will tolerate drying out a bit. It will tolerate probably a little bit too much water from time to time. And yeah, if it's a bit shady, it will put up with it. The only thing it really doesn't like is too much too much direct sunlight directly onto the leaves, because what can happen, I don't know if you can see up close there, but the leaves will actually start to brown, and that will get worse and worse depending on how much sun it gets directly onto the leaves. So it will tolerate a bright room is fine, and even some indirect sunlight is not a problem, but you know, direct intense midday sun, it will discolor the leaves, and that's not good. But other than that, this is a really easy plant to keep at home, and this one has got lots and lots of new shoots coming up. Let me see if I can show you them. These shoots coming up here, there's several new ones coming through, so this is looking like a healthy plant. It's been through a bit of quarantine at home here for a little while, so I don't think there's too many bugs or nasties with it, which is always a good thing. If you are buying a lot of houseplants regularly, I do think it's not a bad idea to keep it on its own for a little while, just in case there are some you know, some nasty pests with it. You don't want to infect your other plants if it does carry something. So yes, if you do bring something back, just spend some time with it. Take a good look at the leaves, underneath the leaves, and observe it for a few days whilst you look after it. And if there is anything to deal with, you can deal with it in isolation rather than having it affect your other plants. So just a tip for when you bring new ones home. It's not a bad idea to do, because these things do happen. So what I'm going to do with this one is not very much. The leaves are a little bit dusty, so I'm going to clean the leaves and find a new pot for it. It's just in a black pot here, which is fine. It's big enough, I think, for this size. If you keep repotting them and giving them more and more space to grow, they will grow bigger and bigger, and you could actually get this into a big floor standing pot and really make it a feature of your living room or dining room or even your bedroom. So yeah, these are great value plants to go for because they're easy to grow. They will grow quite happily away in most locations, and they grow nice and big and can be a real feature of a room as well. So what I've done is I've chosen a pot mainly because it's spare and it fits. So that's as creative as I've got with it, but I think it looks nice. I've got quite a few white or off-white pots in my living space downstairs, and so they all kind of go together quite nicely, and I think it's a good contrast. So it's a houseplant pot. I'm not going to put it directly into here. It literally fits quite nicely, snugged on top there, as you can see. So other than giving it a bit of a wipe, I think that will be absolutely fine. It's really neat and tidy. It's got the same size, and if you ever want to try and match this up, this is just luck, to be honest with you, but you know, bringing the same size pot with you if you're going to pick out a houseplant pot is really useful, because you can sit them in and see how they look, and this one fits perfectly. And because it's this pot is actually taller, it finishes about here, which again gives us space for the water to drain through and sit in the bottom, so the roots aren't getting soggy basically. So that's always a bonus with houseplants. So that's all we're going to do really for this one. I'm just going to give the leaves a quick wipe off. You don't really need to see it. A damp piece of kitchen roll, very slightly damp. Just wipe the leaves carefully and what you're going to do is take off the dust and any contaminants on the leaves, and just gives it a better chance at breathing and doing its thing as a house plant. But that's it really. Just wanted to share it with you. I think it's a lovely architectural plant. You know, really easy to keep, and as you can imagine, that will look good in many places, on a desk, on a, you know, on the side in your kitchen, or, you know, in your living space, in your lounge, or even in your bedroom. And as they get bigger, you can put them in bigger pots and they'll look even more impressive. So that's it for this one, guys. I hope you like my Aspidistra. Give us a thumbs up if you found this video useful, and subscribe if you're new around here as well. All right, guys, take care. I'll speak to you again soon.